minds go straight to teeth, to claws, to big cats and bigger bites. But what if the real danger wasn't the biggest or the fastest? What if it was the one that even predators fear? From Africa's open savannas to frozen forests in the north, to the rice fields behind your home, danger takes many forms. Some fight with brute force, others with memory, some attack without warning, and a few just don't care who you are. These animals don't just survive in nature, they dominate it. Welcome to the wild. These are the top 7 most dangerous animals that even predators fear, and humans should too. Let's explore with Animal Prime. Honey badger, the underdog that wins. The honey badger is not big, it's not fast, but it's the last animal any predator wants to mess with. This fearless animal has earned a reputation across Africa as one of the most aggressive creatures on the planet. The honey badger doesn't run. It bites back. In the wild, lions dominate, but when one lioness tried to attack a honey badger, the tables turned fast. Caught in a lion's jaws, the honey badger twisted inside its loose skin and sank its teeth deep into the predator's face. That wasn't a one-time event. Search online for honey badger versus lion or honey badger attack. You'll find footage after footage of this small mammal taking on animals 5 times its size. What makes the honey badger so dangerous? Its skin is rubbery and resistant to teeth and claws. Its pain tolerance is extreme. It can survive snake venom, recover within hours, and return to finish the fight. It breaks into beehives without hesitation, endures stings, and walks away chewing on honeycomb like it's a nothing. Predators expect fear. The honey badger delivers rage. Leopards avoid it. Hyenas won't challenge it. Even lions often back off. The honey badger doesn't intimidate, it retaliates. In nature's most brutal moments, this animal doesn't survive by luck. It survives because nothing, not even pain, size, or odds, can make it back down. That's why the honey badger is feared. Not for what it is, but for what it refuses to be, prey. What's next on the list? Let's meet a bird so dangerous, it's been called a modern-day dinosaur. Cassowary, the bird that can kill. The cassowary looks like it walked straight out of the Jurassic era, and in some ways, it did. Standing over 6 feet tall, weighing more than 150 pounds, this flightless bird from northern Australia and New Guinea is one of the most dangerous birds alive. But its danger doesn't come from beak or bite. It comes from its legs. With powerful thighs and dagger-like claws up to 5 inches long, a single kick from a cassowary can break bones. Or worse, there are multiple reports of cassowary attacks on humans, especially when the bird feels cornered or when someone gets too close to its chicks. In one fatal case, a man in Florida was killed after his pet cassowary turned on him. Experts say it was acting exactly as it would in the wild, territorial, aggressive, and impossible to calm once provoked. Search cassowary attack or dangerous bird Australia, and you'll find dozens of videos. Hikers backing away, zoo staff retreating slowly, tourists filming behind fences. Everyone keeps their distance, and with good reason. Cassowaries don't just defend territory, they charge. They run at speeds up to 30 miles per hour, leap over 6 feet into the air, and lash out midair with both feet. Their inner claw, the one shaped like a knife, is capable of slicing through thick brush, plastic barriers, and, in some cases, human skin. Even crocodiles have been recorded backing away from a cassowary, and few predators risk attacking it twice. Despite their deadly reputation, cassowaries are naturally shy and avoid confrontation. But when escape isn't an option, they fight with precision, speed, and force. In the natural world, fear isn't always about size or sound. Sometimes it's silence, stillness, eye contact, and a sense that if you make one wrong move, the creature in front of you will strike first and won't miss. The cassowary is that creature, and while it may not roar or growl, it has a warning of its own. The deep, booming call of a cassowary isn't just a sound, it's a statement. Stay away. Up next, we leave the forests and head into the chaos of human towns, where one powerful animal is no longer hiding in the wild, but charging through our streets. Wild boar, chaos in the concrete jungle. The wild boar is a survivor, adaptable, intelligent, and increasingly unafraid. Across Europe and Asia, wild boars have left the forests and entered the suburbs. Farmers find their crops shredded. Drivers spot them crossing highways. And in more than one CCTV clip, a wild boar is seen charging straight through a busy market. They're not predators. They don't stalk. But when startled or threatened, wild boars become battering rams. With stocky, muscular frames and sharp tusks that grow up to 8 inches long, they can deliver injuries in seconds. Some boars weigh over 300 pounds, low to the ground, fast on their feet, and unpredictable under stress. Search wild boar attack or wild boar city footage, and you'll see the pattern. A group of students in Korea runs in panic as a boar barrels through a school courtyard. These animals don't fear noise, or lights, or people. What makes them dangerous isn't hunger or hunting, it's the collision of instinct and environment. Construction pushes them out of the forest. Urban sprawl closes in from every side. And as green space shrinks, the line between wilderness and city disappears. In Tokyo, police have formed rapid response units just to deal with wild boar sightings. In southern China, entire street markets have been evacuated. In rural Spain, hikers carry sticks, not for wolves, but for boars. But humans aren't the only ones at risk. Footage from wildlife cameras shows wild boars fending off wolves and packs of dogs. In one clip, a single boar turns on 3 coyotes, scattering them with a burst of fury and a lunging charge. Another shows a mother boar defending her piglets against a leopard. Wild boars aren't looking for a fight, but they're always ready for one. They don't roar, they don't warn. They appear suddenly and run straight through anything in their way. And in the modern world, that anything is often us. Next, we head north into frozen forests and foggy highways, where one massive animal moves like a ghost and hits like a truck. Moose, the giant, you should never approach. In the frozen wilderness of the north, danger often comes without warning. And sometimes it stands nearly 7 feet tall. The moose is the largest member of the deer family and among the most unpredictable animals in North America and Scandinavia. With long legs, massive antlers, and a body weight reaching 1,500 pounds, it looks majestic from a distance. But that distance is exactly what you need to survive an encounter. Despite their size, moose can run up to 35 miles per hour. Swim across lakes and charge without hesitation. They're not predators, but they're not passive either. Most attacks occur when people get too close, especially during mating season in the fall or calving season in the spring. A bull moose in rut is fueled by testosterone and easily provoked. A cow moose with calves sees everything as a threat. Type in moose attack or moose versus car, and you'll see dash cam footage from Alaska and Canada that looks like something out of a disaster movie. A hiker freezes as a bull moose lowers its head and lunges. A parked vehicle gets rammed, its frame crushed like paper. These aren't accidents, they're warnings. Unlike bears or wolves, moose don't bluff. They don't growl or hiss. They flatten their ears, raise their hackles, and then they charge. No warning shot, no second chance. And it's not just people. Wolves tread carefully around moose. Even grizzly bears have been seen backing off after a few well-placed kicks. One blow from a moose's front hooves can shatter bone. In deep snow, they stand their ground while predators sink. Moose don't hunt. They don't stalk. But if you enter their world without caution, they become more dangerous than anything hunting you. Every year, moose cause more injuries in Alaska than bears. Car collisions with moose are not just common. In towns near the wild, signs don't just warn about ice or curves. They warn about moose. And no matter how calm they look, no matter how slow they move, you should never assume they're safe. Next, we leave the snow and return to the heart of Africa, where survival depends not on size or speed, but on loyalty, strategy, and brute force. Cape buffalo, the herd that fights back in Africa's savannas. Power is usually measured by fangs, speed, and stealth. But some animals fight back not as individuals, but as a unit. The Cape buffalo, sometimes called the African buffalo, is one of the most feared animals on the continent. Not because it hunts, but because it never backs down. Weighing over 1,500 pounds, built like a tank with thick horns curved into a helmet-like shield, the Cape buffalo is among the only herbivores that regularly turn the tables on top predators. Lions are their biggest threat. And yet, some of the most famous wildlife footage shows exactly why lions hesitate. Search Cape buffalo versus lion, and you'll find scenes of buffalo herds charging head-on into predator ambushes, flipping lions through the air, and rescuing their fallen calves in dramatic comebacks. In one now viral clip, a young buffalo is dragged down near a watering hole. The pride circles, claws digging in. Then the ground shakes. Out of the dust, the herd returns. Hundreds of hooves pounding, horns lowered. Lions scatter, the calf escapes. One lion isn't so lucky. This isn't blind rage, it's a strategy. Cape buffalo communicate through movement, posture, and sound. When one is in trouble, others don't run, they regroup. Even crocodiles aren't safe. Near rivers, buffalo have been seen turning to face an attack from the water, stomping and goring the reptile until it retreats or disappears entirely. Despite their size, buffalo are surprisingly fast, reaching speeds of 35 miles per hour. But more important than speed is resolve. Once they charge, they don't stop. They remember, they retaliate, and they protect their own. Humans are not exempt from this danger. Cape buffalo are responsible for more fatalities in Africa than almost any other large mammal, excluding hippos. Hunters call them the Black Death, not out of fear of attack, but because of what happens when you assume one buffalo is alone. In truth, it never is. Wherever one Cape buffalo stands, an entire army may be waiting just beyond the trees. Next, we head into murkier waters, where jaws clamp with over 1,800 pounds of pressure, and the calmest surface can explode in seconds. Hippopotamus, the silent killer of the river. Beneath the calm surface of Africa's rivers lies one of the most misunderstood and underestimated killers in the animal kingdom. The hippopotamus doesn't look like a threat. It grazes, it yawns, it floats. But when it decides to act, it becomes the most dangerous large mammal on the continent. Weighing over 3,000 pounds, the hippo is a wall of muscle, bone, and territorial rage. Its jaws open to 150 degrees and clamp shut with a bite force exceeding 2,800 psi, enough to crush a crocodile's spine or snap a canoe in half. Despite its bulk, the hippopotamus is astonishingly fast. On land, it can run up to 30 kilometers per hour. In water, it doesn't swim. It gallops along the riverbed, turning lakes and channels into its private war zone. Search Hippo Attack Boat or Hippo Flips Safari, and you'll find footage that defies expectations. A safari guide steering gently through reeds, only for the water to erupt beneath the boat. Tourists laughing, then screaming, as a massive shape surges up, jaws wide. One lunge, one collision, then silence. But the hippo isn't hunting, it's defending. Most fatal encounters happen because people, intentionally or not, enter its territory. Hippos don't growl, don't warn, don't bluff. They strike, and by the time you realize what's happening, it's already too late. And the danger doesn't stop at humans. Even crocodiles, apex predators in their own right, avoid hippos. Footage shows adult hippos charging into croc-infested shallows to defend their calves, tossing reptiles into the air or crushing them underfoot. That aggression is driven by instinct. A mother hippo will fight to the death to protect her young. A bull hippo will chase off any rival, animal or machine that dares intrude on his stretch of river. In Africa, hippos kill more people than lions, leopards, elephants, and buffalo combined. And yet, they remain deceptively calm, still, quiet, seemingly at peace, until they're not. Because when a hippopotamus breaks the surface, it doesn't rise, it erupts. And by the time it comes up for air, the damage is already done. Next, we face the final animal on our list. Bigger than most predators, smarter than most prey, and capable of destruction not just with strength, but with memory. Elephant, do not disturb. The elephant is the largest land animal alive today, and also one of the most respected, not just because of its size, though standing over 10 feet tall and weighing up to 13,000 pounds is enough to command attention. Not just because of its strength, though a single trunk swing can flip a car and one step can flatten a threat. The real reason predators fear elephants, and humans should too, is memory. Elephants remember where they've been, who they've encountered, and who hurt them. That's not folklore, it's science. In recent years, herds in Africa and Asia have been seen avoiding specific villages years after a single conflict. Others have returned to fields where family members were lost, displaying signs of grief, agitation, even retaliation. During must, a period of heightened testosterone in adult bulls, elephants become highly aggressive. Their behavior shifts, less tolerant, more territorial, and dangerously unpredictable. Search elephant attack or elephant destroys Jeep, and you'll find dash cam and drone footage of vehicles flipped, tents crushed, safaris ending in chaos. But these aren't random outbursts. They're reactions to encroachment, to past trauma, to being provoked, ignored, or disrespected. Predators like lions, hyenas, and even crocodiles rarely engage a healthy adult elephant. They know better. Even a calf surrounded by its herd is protected by a fortress of flesh and loyalty. Elephants don't need speed, They don't need surprise, they only need presence. Because when one elephant steps forward, everything else steps back. And yet, elephants are not killers. They don't attack out of instinct or bloodlust. They give warnings, ear flares, trunk lifts, mock charges. But when those warnings go unheeded, when lines are crossed, they don't hold back. In villages across India and southern Africa, stories of elephants raiding crops or blocking roads often end with a message: respect the boundary or pay the price. These animals carry wisdom, grief, loyalty, and fury, all in one body. And once they choose to act, there's no undoing it. Not even time can erase an elephant's memory.